trust. Makers will disregard this problem so long as they could not sell their heavy appliances to us. IT professionals will use up useless routines as long they have enough capacity on a system. Energy providers will sell their product as long nobody cares how tension is generated into the wall socket. While facing all peak, Greenpeace estimates a 50% potential of new energy only in energy savings. This means our hardware would generate more cash for your business, or on the other turn, you will pay for sure more in the next years. We have an example on our homepage of a 10-watt PC where it could head to. Your role model will change anything. You have got the power and you're the guilty conscience of an apocalyptic projection to our society. You trailblaze the route where technology goes. Energy management with use of IP technology will be more easy. In 2001, I suggested Greenpeace to come up with a green internet. In 2003, the energy provider of Greenpeace, together with an ISP, they had created the first so-called nuclear power-free server. Overseas, we have spotted some ISPs which use renewable power sources. On our website, EcologyNet, we document our knowledge and keep a list of such providers. More success, I cannot tell you. I hope next year I will be here in a better condition with a bigger list and a bigger web portal. Our internet-based communication and telephony are not innocent in regard to our energy usage. You can do the maths for your own how much you can save to leverage bills for electricity. We will pay the consequences, at least in a declined living standard. If shining examples and teasers you on this Congress don't change something in this respect, nobody will care ever about this. Switch off radical your devices after use. Think about the necessity of test and reference systems, whether they have to be always switched on. If you buy a machine or you have to write tests for a magazine, for example, watch out just to take care of running costs of the power consume of these appliances you test. Go and write your suggestions into our wiki. We need lots of cases of case studies, much more than we've got now. And yes, go to EcologyNet, ecology with a double E in the end. And thank you for listening.
I just want to say that there are still 3 chairs here, so you must stand. Now Christian hier for Core Wars Project. Christian für Core Wars Project, ist er hier? Okay, dann überspringen wir das. Oliver Leistert, GPG for SMS.
Hi, I like privacy and I miss privacy in mobile phones. And this is a crypto phone that Rob developed some years ago, which does speech encryption. But I miss a simple application in Java running on mobile phones that simply encrypts and decrypts SMS. And I'm not a coder myself. I only use technology. And I want to take this opportunity to ask some people here to get together and build a simple Java program running on mobile phones using the Bouncy Castle libraries, which provide already PGP libraries and do that thing. It can be done in a modular way. So key generation does not have to be done in the beginning. That can be left out and added later. And other people can contribute later if it's done in modular ways. So anybody interested in doing that, please come outside and we can exchange emails and organize that. That's all.
Thank you, everyone. Ist Christian mittlerweile hier? Okay, dann I will ask Ramses. Okay. Hier war doch gerade mit
No, that's okay. Okay. Hello, I want to talk to you about a very unusual subject, about an RSC bot showing very anomalous and very interesting behavior. A few months ago, we set up an RSC bot on an RSC channel on the RSC net, and we provided a brain for him. That's a small TCL script which stores everything people say on the channel and chooses randomly just a sentence or something else as an answer to somebody else. And the bot answers to people, and what we found out very quickly is that the bot gives answers which make sense. I want to give you some examples, and afterwards I want to discuss how can we explain that behavior of the bot. I'll try to translate them. They are all in German. Somebody says, I want to get some food for me, and the bot answers, well, I hear the ham on the pizza. That isn't stored in the database that the bot can react seeing food by saying pizza or ham. It's just reacting on the word I. He's choosing just a word from somebody who says something and reacts with a sentence which contains this word, or a smiley or whatever. The second example is you're talking a whole bunch of rubbish now. The bot is called SusieLine. SusieLine, do you know that? Well, in recent times, I think it got really bad. The bot answers himself. The next example is, it says, hi Ramses, that's me. And the bot answers, well, he seems to be more in Egypt than in Germany. And Egypt isn't connected to Ramses in the database. It's just a random result of what the bot chooses from the database. The fourth example, somebody says, I got my exam, and the bot says, I knew it. And the last example shows that this behavior appeared from the start. It didn't just appear when the beta database was large enough. It started at the very beginning. Somebody said, why said SusieLine goodbye to you right now? And SusieLine answered, SusieLine is learning now. And I think this is very impressing. Okay, so, now the theories about that. Somebody could say this is just chance. It's just a certain probability that the script will choose the sentence which makes sense. But I think that's not enough. Chance is not an explanation for me, in my opinion, which is enough for that. The second explanation is there is an causal link between what the bot says and what the chatter says. That's called synchronicity. It's a theory of a German or Swiss psychologist called C.G. Jung. But I think that's not a good explanation either, because I think we need a causal link between what happens here, between what the chatter says and what the bot says. And my opinion is that we should just call this communication. There is very simple communication theories which just say there is a sender and a receiver, and the sender says something, sends a message, and the receiver receives it and understands it. I don't know any communication theory which says the sender has to do this intentionally, by knowing what he does. And so I think this is a psychological process, what happens here. We say something, the chat says something, the bot answers, and we interpret what the bot says in a sensible way. And that's what happens always in communication. If you say something to me, I don't know if you know what you're saying. I don't know if you're thinking about it. You could just be a machine reacting to me. And I'm interpreting your answer in a sensible way. And that's the same what we're doing here.
I'm sorry, the time's over.
Yeah, I'm finished.
Ah, okay, great. Yeah, thanks. Ja, ich möchte noch mal fragen, ob Christian von den Corvos mittlerweile hier ist.
Die stehen nicht mehr im Wiki, ne? Ja.
Okay, gut. Habe ich einen zu alten Ausdruck. Dann ja, John Gilmore, NSA Wiretap Investigation.
I'm here to talk about how the U.S. National Security Agency is currently engaged in some more questionable than usual wiretapping. And I don't know how much of a news story this has been over here. It's been a big story in the United States in the last few weeks. The New York Times broke the story saying that people from inside the agency had come to them with a story about how they were wiretapping U.S. citizens, even though they're specifically prohibited from doing that. And then the following day, President Bush got on the television and basically admitted to doing it, and furthermore said he's going to keep doing it, and he thinks he has the power to do it because of the resolution that the Congress passed allowing him to go to war, which didn't ever say anything about wiretapping. So this has raised a lot of issues. For once, the U.S. Congress is actually pursuing its role of challenging the executive branch. And there'll be a lot of hearings in January, et cetera, about this. The challenge is in figuring out what NSA is actually doing. Because, of course, they say this is a very highly classified program. They're not saying much about what actually they're doing. But by piecing together some clues, I have a theory that I will tell you guys, and I'm interested in any further thoughts or discussion you have. My theory is that what they're doing is not monitoring the conversations, but they're doing traffic analysis. They're recording the phone number that is calling, the phone number that is being called, and the duration of each call that goes from the United States to outside or from outside to the United States. we already know that they're doing something